Good afternoon. I'm delighted and very honored to be here to introduce you the portfolio of IMI Group for the hydrogen value chain. I will start introducing who is IMI. We are a specialist engineering company for design and manufacture of highly engineering products. We are 10,000 employees. The company is based in United Kingdom, Birmingham. And our motto is breakthrough engineering for a better world. The company is divided into three main divisions. Everyone has his own nice color. I come and I belong from Critical Engineering company, around almost 3,000 employees. And we are specialized in working with critical process in the industrial, any type of industrial process, from oil and gas, energy and power. Then we have precision engineering, which focus on creating motion with fluid control components. And finally, we have the hydronic engineering. Hydronic engineering deals with heating and controlling and cooling for civil application. IMI is not one single company. It's a collection of a large deal of companies, a large number of companies, which are the best in class, each one for its typical field of application. We don't have the time to name all the company here, but I can tell you that our divisional sectors are the marine, nuclear, oil and gas process, water, petrochemicals, metals, sanitary power, and of course we are very happy right now to introduce what we do more specifically for hydrogen. Where are our locations? The company, as I told you, the headquarters are in United Kingdom, but we are literally everywhere in the world. Of course, we have also an office here in Seoul for Korean, but we are basically everywhere. We are hydrogen ready. What does it mean? It means that we can support the hydrogen value chain in virtually any aspect, from production to processing, process and transportation, and finally on the hydrogen application. I will name just a few the application for time constraint. In the hydrogen production, we have a very new brand which is called IMI Vivo, and this brand will provide a green PEM electrolyzer. We will see more in detail in the upcoming slides. Then we have, of course, our sister company, Norgren, which is specialized in components for the BOP, the balance of plant, so all the valves and components that you need in an electrolyzer. On the hydrogen processing sector, we are very active with several companies, CCI, Orton, PBM, STI, Trufo Italy, which provide valves for liquefaction and ammonia plant. We will see also, again, some detail, but we will also see another use case very important for the transportation and distribution of liquid hydrogen, whereas one of our companies, IMI Orton, which is located in Italy, Piacenza, and we will, in this use case, learn how we solve a customer problem for a liquid hydrogen valve. And as well, in this sector, the distribution, we have components for hydrogen refueling station. Finally, in the application, we have components for hydrogen fuel cell, backup power of application. We have a booth here, not far from here, and I kindly encourage you to pay us a visit in our booth to learn all about all the components that we can provide in the hydrogen value chain. In the remaining slides, I will focus mostly on the, these are the key brands I already introduced, so we can skip. But in this presentation, I will focus mostly on IMI Orton and IMI Remosa, which is the brand that will provide IMI Vivo electrolyzer. So let's start with this very important liquid hydrogen case study. The challenge. How does an industrial gas provider identify and secure the essential expertise required for a liquid hydrogen storage facility? One of the world's largest provider of gas in the world is already building a very large, the biggest for Asia market, hydrogen liquefaction plant in China. Okay. The facility needs cryogenic valve that need to handle liquid hydrogen at minus 253 Celsius degree. Okay. That is a problem. All the cryogenic valves are not designed to go the normal user. I mean, the standard, we'll say, valves used for the cryogenic sector are like in CNG application, for example, do not deal with this temperature. But IMI, we made it, we managed, and we were able to successfully design, build, test, and certify valves for liquid hydrogen at a test temperature which is minus 269 Celsius. That means only 4 degrees above absolute zero. It's something really incredible, but this is not the first application. One very important concept I would like to take away, this valve is not a prototype, it's not just the first time we do it. Those valves are already operating in the United States at NASA for space application. You know, liquid hydrogen is required to power rockets. Hopefully tomorrow another one rocket, the Artemis 1, will fly to the moon, but will fly to the moon also thanks to our valves. Now, second use case, green hydrogen production. How do we produce the hydrogen and why do we need the hydrogen? If we are here, probably we are already aware of the importance of the hydrogen, so I will go fast on this, but you know, hydrogen, high energy content, it's a critical feedstock that can provide 0 greenhouse emissions, and it's one of the most viable and credible routes toward, let me say, an inversion of the very frightening and concerning climate changes that we are all experiencing in our own lives. Okay. Electrolyzers are the key system in a green hydrogen economy and are one of the most important tools because they represent the, let me say, beginning of the hydrogen production chain. Here I am showing a typical green hydrogen plant. So the value chain is we start from renewable energy sources in order to have a so-called green hydrogen. Then the renewable power source will drive the IMI Vivo electrolyzer, and then it's up to the customer to decide how to use the hydrogen. It can be liquefied and used for other application, or it can be used at low pressure storage, or using a compressor, you have the so-called power to mobility. You can use the fueling station. A very important point that I would like to introduce even now, I will go more in detail later, but it's very important, is that per our DNA, per our approach to the market, we don't have a standard product. We don't have a one-size-fits-all design, but the design of the electrolyzer will be carefully bespoken and made customized for the specific application of the customer. That is one of the biggest differentiators that our product has. We used the PEM technology, so the proton exchange membrane technology for the electrolysis. Why we chose this application instead of the alkaline, so ABWE, so alkaline water electrolysis. The design we are using provides a more compact footprint. Footprint is very important when we are dealing with this type of application because the footprint of the electrolyzer is space that is potentially removed from the solar panel and so it's decreasing the efficiency of the system. A very rapid system response and flexibility, dynamic operation, and this makes the system ideal to be coupled with renewable energy sources. What do sun and wind have in common from the energy standpoint? That they are unpredictable and fluctuating energy sources. They are not constant. So a system must be fast and ready to follow the load coming from the renewables without losing any energy. Now I will introduce the IMI Vivo electrolyzer. Vivo means life in Esperanto language. Esperanto is the language that was supposed to be the common language for all the world, and we like and we love to take this term from a common language. Okay. What are our key features of our product? First of all, as you can see from the picture, is a containerized turnkey solution. It's a plant that is almost plug and play. You deliver to location, you connect the utilities. What do we need? We need basically water and electricity. Okay. The water has to be drinkable tap water. To reach the ultra pure grade of purity of the water that is required for the process, there is a filtering system which is inside the electrolyzer, so built in. At the moment, we are very new in the market. Okay, IMI and the company has 100 years of history, has installation all over the world. We have 10,000 employees, so a very, very robust structure, industrial execution, troubleshooting, installation, and commissioning structure. Yet the IMI Vivo electrolyzer is a new product in the market. At the moment, we are focusing on a scale range which is roughly starting from 100 kilowatt as input power up to 5 megawatt. We use a modular design, so depending on the size, again, the most important takeaway I would like you bring home about this product is that if you ask us a catalog of the product, we will tell you, no, we don't have a catalog. Just tell me what you need, I will make a proposal which is fitting exactly to your size and what you want. Okay, so modular design. The stack is not made by us. It's made, we have a partnership with a German company, a very large company that is generating a state-of-the-art, latest technology, top quality stock. And we will focus on what is around the stack. So the balance of plant. The power consumption will be below 60 kilowatt hours per kilogram of hydrogen. And we will assembly, just like a Lego toy, your electrolyzer based on the stack power of units of 100 kilowatt and 1 megawatt. The system design by default is according to the ISO 22734 standard, but this is just for the architecture, of course, and this is again where IMI can bring an additional value that not everybody can do in the world, is in the local certification, in the local regulation. IMI is used, IMI engineers, quality control engineers are used to certify our product everywhere in the world, from Asia to Canada, United States, Brazil, Russia, Kazakhstan, India. Name a country and we have a product there, and that product is perfectly accepted by the local regulation. It's not easy. I won't lie, it's not easy. But we can do, and this is also what we can do with our new electrolyzer. Now, I'm assuming you are familiar with the concept of an electrolyzer, so in case not, again, please pay us a visit in our booth. We have our engineers that can talk with you, and we have also a fantastic Korean sales structure, so we can also explain everything in your language. My Korean, unfortunately, is not very developed. Okay, and another important aspect that will differentiate our proposal is that what we feel from the customer, what we hear with our intimacy of the customer. Okay, there are maybe, you name it, there is a big project in Saudi Arabia when they need to install a 100 gigawatt plant. That at the moment is not our target. But there are many, many users which at the moment are like discovering hydrogen. And so we have requests in which the customer is not asking for a 500 kilowatt electrolyzer. The customer comes to us and says, okay, I will have two fuel cell-based truck, and I need to refuel this fuel cell truck twice every day. How much hydrogen do I need? We can do the calculation, and we can design a complete system telling them what is the type of the fueling station, the size of the electrolyzer, and the type of storage. And we can also evaluate with them the installation of the power plant, the solar plant, in case the customer doesn't do that. So this is what we call a turnkey solution. In what you see in this picture, you see at the center, of course, our product, the IMI Vivo electrolyzer. But in all the other components, and you see also, for example, the big vessel on the left, which is the pressure storage. Again, this is directly built by us. Then the other components, the compressor, the high pressure storage, and the fueling station is not an IMI product. It will be sourced from the market according to the customer wishes and specification. But the difference is that the customer is not receiving 5 different loose components. He's receiving one single package with one single owner of the problem. If there is a problem, the customer doesn't have to struggle between 5 vendors, understanding what is the problem and finding then how to solve the problem. There is one responsible company, and that responsible has a name, and the name is IMI. Some main facts about electrolyzer. We are new in the market, but we are not losing time, and we are very well ahead at the moment in the market. We have already delivered the detailed engineering for a 3 megawatt PEM electrolyzer in Sardinia, Italy. Very nice island, by the way, that's where I come from. And we have a prototype that will be starting operating in November this year in the same factory in Sardinia. Okay, commissioning expecting in few months. It will be a 250 kilowatt unit, but in the same time, we already have 2 customer orders, so 2 commercial units sold to a customer, to 2 different customers. The 2 units have 500 kilowatt power and 100 normal cubic meter per hour delivery. The commissioning will be in first quarter of 2023. So we are already in the market in spite of being very new. Then finally, we are just moving. I have a new office. I have never been there because the opening of the factory was this week, and now I'm here in Korea. So next week, I will go in the office, and I have to make a different road. Hope I don't get lost. And that is the new plant that was delivered by IMI. And in this new plant, next year, we will install our own electrolyzer on the 1 megawatt sides, coupled with a 200 kilowatt fuel cell, in order to make a completely green plant that can work on the day thanks to the solar energy and work on the night thanks to the hydrogen accumulating in the system. So, again, what can we bring, and what can we bring on top of the existing offer on the market? Tailored design, according to the specification. We read all the specification of the customer. We come from the oil and gas world. We are used to project where you can have 1,000 pages of specification for the instrumentation and 200 pages for the metal composition. We read all the pages, and we provide a product that is in compliance with everything. We have decades of know-how, and we are sitting on know-how, or literally thousands of engineers, subject matter expert in any engineering matter coming from IMI. Thanks to our project execution, we have our worldwide supply chain. We have our worldwide manufacturing chain and also installation and commissioning. We can support you in spite, regardless of what country in the world you are sitting right now. We can provide testing, installation, and commissioning and service. And just like we do in our normal world in the oil and gas, we are field service partners for the entire lifetime of the plant. Kamsahamnida. Thank you for your attention.